welcome to today's Big Brother 18 updates and spoilers. Our house guest of the day is Jeremy again, because here's what happened. I didn't realize that you used a different name for your Patreon account, which is perfectly fine. It was just my mistake. So it's Jeremy. And now I want to answer your questions that I should have answered yesterday. So first of all, I just want to address Jeremy has been watching us since Big Brother 10. That's awesome. Thank you so much. And he wants to know, what season do we start our Survivor recaps? That's a great question that I wish I knew the answer to. Let's see. We're about to start season 33. And we've been doing this for 10 years, I want to say, and there's like 2 seasons every year, which would mean 20, so like somewhere in the teens, I would say we started covering Survivor. I wish I could give you a sure answer, but unfortunately I can't. And Jeremy wants to know, what would my mom's strategy be on Big Brother, and how would she do? Okay. I think that, unfortunately, Mom would have a rough time on Big Brother because she is 52, which is not old at all. Sorry, 51. I don't want to age you. She's 51, and it's not old, like I said, but in Big Brother, that's like ancient. It's really messed up. Like, it's a comment on our society. It's messed up. But yeah, I think, you know, a lot of times the older cast members are a little bit isolated, but she is a very young spirit, so I think that would help her. Also, amazing cooking skills. She likes a clean house sometimes. So I think that that could help with her housemates. I think, you know, she's very social and she's very funny, so I think that would help too. I think that social game would be strong. I think the only thing holding her back would be people are like, hey, you're older. So I don't know. But that's a great question. And who do I want out next? Well, it looks like Natalie's leaving today. So who do I want next? I would say either Corey or James. Because, like, what have they really done this season? I want to see people in the end who, you know, can make an argument for why they should actually win the game and not like some BS. So I would say Corey or James next. But thank you for your questions. Alright, so let's talk about what's going on in the house. Natalie and James had a marathon chat session in the London room. Just as the Final Four Alliance have been hanging out non-stop this week, James and Natalie have been like isolating themselves in the London room, chilling, doing whatever. So Natalie's saying she wants her exit to be good TV, obviously. So she's planning out some like grand speech. She's gonna call everyone out. She's gonna have like all this evidence to back it up, and everybody's gonna be like, oh shit, I can't believe it. And I'm wondering though, is she actually gonna go through with this? Is she? Or is she just gonna be like, thanks so much for the opportunity, and I had such a great time, and it was so much fun, and oh my god, I'm so nice. And then she's wondering, should she reveal her big secret to everyone before she goes? Her big secret being that she's a former NFL cheerleader. Whoa. And James is like, I don't know, I think it'd be more fun to come up with a fake one, like tell everybody that you're like related to a past house guest or celebrity or like Miss America's little sister or something. I don't know. He's trying to come up with stuff and she's just like, I don't know. Alright. Stop. Take it outside. So then Natalie's saying she's certain that she's leaving this week. You are correct. And then they're talking about what James should be doing next week. So she's telling James, you've got to win that HOH to guarantee yourself a spot in the Final Four. I don't know that that's necessarily true, because I feel like the two couples are going to try and go after each other now. But we'll see. I mean, the only way to really guarantee yourself a spot, though, is to win HOH or the veto. So she's right there. But she's trying to give James some advice if he does win the HOH. So before, she was saying that James should put up one person from each side. Now, she's like, put up Nicole and Corey. And James is agreeing because he learned his lesson. Last time something like this came up, you know, the whole don't talk to me ever again if you work with Nicole and Corey thing, he was like, that's really messed up. But now he's saying, okay, I'll go after Nicole and Corey. So he learned his lesson. But he's saying, yeah, Nicole hasn't been nominated yet. He needs to fix that because he doesn't want her to be able to argue that if she does make it to the final 2. Also, Natalie's telling James you should target Nicole because she can beat you in competitions. She's beaten you in endurance. She can beat you in mental stuff, physical stuff, whatever. Like, she can beat you. So, wouldn't be a bad idea to get rid of her. And then if the veto is used, you can put up Paul and get rid of him. So, she's saying, like, if he does that, Victor will have to stick with James because Nicole and Corey are not going to turn on each other. So, Victor's really going to have no choice. He's going to have to work with James. We'll see. Alright, so then after that, James got some freaking action. He put his soda can on Natalie's boob. Whoa! That's the most action for him all season. Alright, and she was like, James, this is on TV. Stop. Okay. So then Nicole, Corey, Paul, and Victor were playing some card games. Go Fish, Rummy, Blackjack, Poker. They were using candy to bet. That's all I'm going to say about that because there's really nothing more to be said. Okay, Corey and James had a chat in the Tokyo room. Corey is trying to lock James in because they know James is going to be a free agent once Natalie's gone. And this is something that Nicole and Corey talked about a couple days ago. They were saying, we need to make James feel better about what happened a few weeks ago when he voted to keep Corey instead of Victor. Because all week he's been saying it's his fault that him and Natalie are up on the block and he shouldn't have voted out Victor, blah, 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 blah. So they want to reassure him, like, no, you made the right decision by doing that, and we're thankful for it. So Corey tells him, you actually bought Natalie another week by keeping me over Victor, because if you evicted me, Victor would still be here, Paulie would come back, and he's saying Nicole would have still won HOH, she would have put up Natalie and Michelle, and Natalie would have gone home, you know, with the votes how they were. So, again, Nicole and Corey planned this conversation. Corey is telling James, don't be so hard on yourself, doggy. You never know what's going to happen. And then James is like, yeah, I know. I'm just riding it out with Natalie until it's over. He wants to spend as much time with her as possible. And then he'll have a clear head again. Oh, so you're going to start playing the game when there's only 5 people left? That's cool. So then they exchange, I got your backs, and then end of conversation. So a few minutes later, Corey's telling Nicole all about his chat with James, and he's saying, yeah, he told me that he has our backs, and of course I said that we have his back, and they feel pretty good, like James is on their side. Corey more so than Nicole, she's still a little bit nervous, but Corey is saying he wants James to win HOH so that he can take out Paul or Victor for them, so they don't have to get that blood on their hands, because they're worried that they're not going to have many jury votes unless they're in the final 2 against each other. Yeah, I could see that. So then, Paul and Victor, oh wait, sorry, I just want to mention, Nicole's like, wait, you're still going to go for the HOH competition, right? And Corey's just like, yeah, of course, duh. Come on, bruh. Alright, so then Paul and Victor were in the HOH room having some pillow talk, and I just want to clarify, I called this pillow talk before the Big Brother live feeds highlights did, so like I did not steal that from them. They stole it from me, from my mind. Okay. So anyway, when I saw that I was just like, oh, no. Alright. So their pillow talk is game talk. They think that James has mentally checked out at this point. I don't know. I could see James getting back into it once Natalie's gone. I think it's actually going to help him for her to go because he's using up all of his time and energy on her right now. She's being a real energy suck. So I think he's going to be re-energized when she's gone. But they're really hoping, or at least they're saying they're hoping, that Paul is going to win this next HOH so that they'll be safe for the week. But I feel like they think that they have James as well. So everybody thinks they have James. I don't know. But they're thinking maybe Paul and Corey are going to be the only ones really gunning for that HOH. They figure Nicole seems pretty safe. Like, she's going to be the only girl left. People are going to want to bring her to the final 3. So they don't think she's going to be competing that hard. I think she will be. I don't think Corey's going to be competing that hard. Corey feels pretty safe right now. I honestly don't even know if Paul is going to be gunning that hard for it. I mean, he says he is, but then I don't know. I just don't know. But it seems like Paul and Victor are still planning on targeting James, so they still want to stick with this Final 4 alliance. Meanwhile, you've got Nicole and Corey who are like, let's get rid of Paul or Victor and keep James around. So it's pretty interesting. The only other interesting thing that happened last night, James gave Natalie a freaking butt massage. I love how this is happening now after they're like, we're just friends now. I mean, what? It was crazy. But anyway, it was a pretty slow start to the day today. The house guests were just playing cards, getting ready for the show. I feel like Nicole, Corey, Paul, and Victor are like not even in the house anymore because they're just playing cards all the time. But James checks up on Natalie and he's like, hey, are you okay? And Natalie's like, I'm fine. Why wouldn't I be? Passive aggressive. So then she's saying, you don't have to check on me. We're just friends. You just worry about yourself. Damn! She's, you know, she keeps reminding him, we're just friends. We're just friends. I'm not with you anymore. It's intense. So James is like, wow, you really know how to push people away. So then Natalie addresses America and she's like, a couple days ago, I apologized to Paul and Victor for backstabbing them. But you know what? I take my apology back. I'm not sorry anymore because they've made fun of me all season and it's ridiculous. So James just like, okay. It's like super awkward between James and Natalie. She's saying like, I should have never done this show. And James is like, why not? It's a good show. And then she's saying, if I ever came back to do the show again, I would never do a showmance again. And James is just like, shit, man, sorry I ruined your experience. And Natalie's like, no, Jamesy, you made it good. I had a lot of fun this summer. Woo! So then she just keeps going on and on about how excited she is to get away from these toxic people, go to the jury house. She's even excited to see Zakiya. You know when you're excited to see Zakiya, like, things are not good. But please, someone freaking put her out of her misery already. Put us out of our misery watching this. It's been exhausting. Like, I was rooting for Natalie for a long time, but it has been exhausting this week. I can't. Alright, so there's been a lot of speculation that tonight will be the slip and slide competition. You know, they gotta go back and forth and fill up the, like, fish bowls or whatever. I think it probably will be. But, like, who's actually going to be trying? I don't know. I could totally see Corey winning this competition, which I don't want to see happen, but you never know. I think it would be kind of interesting if Paul or James won. We'll see. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. And until tomorrow, much love.